What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her. So, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean? You thought it was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Colby. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and Ayatollahs. Rap gods, Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rose still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad as bad, gon' get it. What you mean?
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Bortles' Jaguars.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready. To match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And he's able to put it through. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First carry for Leonard Fournette. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Again, it's Fournette. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Jags taking over on offense here in a second, and what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. So second and goal here from the 9. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On the give to Fournette. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. from the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
So that second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd down, that's Grant, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Bortles going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway. But boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
In motion left goes a tight end. Running left, it's Fournette. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. run it again with Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ben Koyak, 26 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And his kick is right through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, that's Grant. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And the wideout in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Fresh set of downs here. Shotgun now for Bortles. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Bortles now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. To throw, it's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Now Bortles. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On first down, Bortles. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. to Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Bortles now on first down. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's a give to Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. They led them to no gain.
Now Bortles. The swing pass caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Allen Robinson, 27 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an open.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. He's got it, and it's 24-17. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now he's flushed out right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. This fielded at the 2. Gets past one man. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Keep playing hard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Bortles. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Bortles got to have this one. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Bortles to throw on second down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. First down now, but that clock rolling. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Far be it from me to second-guess a call. I think the people in the stadium are probably doing the same thing. Did we just see a 1st and 10 quarterback sneak?
For no gain. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
People trying to say